Okay. So we begin the paper 20, the Paradise Sons of God. Hmm. Everyone's got the page.
Mhm.
Yep, I've got it.
So who would like to take us in?
You want me to start?
Oh, look, there's a whole lot of it doesn't. No.
There's a lot of
Okay,
things.
I'll do it.
You're going to start? Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll bite
Uh,
the bullet.
she looked
Nothing
through
that is
and
not of
decided this is
God.
gonna be good for me.
Nothing that is not of God has the ability to hurt me in any way, and if it is of God, then it's not going to hurt me in any way.
That's so good, isn't it?
Oh, golly. Okay, paper 20, the Paradise Sons of God. As they function in the super universe of Orvington, the sons of God are classified under three general heads: the descending sons of God, the ascending sons of God, the trinitized sons of God. Descending orders of sonship include personalities who are of direct and divine creation. Ascending sons, such as mortal creatures, achieve this status by experiential participation. Experiential participation in the creative technique known as evolution.
Hmm.
Creative technique. I like
Didn't
that.
know that. I didn't know that was a technique.
Yeah.
And not
That's
only
funny.
technique, it's a creative technique.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh,
Trinitized sons are a group of composite origin which includes all beings embraced by the Paradise Trinity. Even though not of direct Trinity origin, I have no understanding. Which include all beings embraced by the Paradise Trinity. Hmm. 1. The descending sons of God. All descending sons of God have high and divine origins. They are dedicated to the descending ministry of service on the worlds and systems of time and space, there to facilitate the progress in the paradise climb of the lowly creatures of evolutionary origin, the ascending sons of God.
Mhm.
Of the numerous orders of descending sons, 7 will be depicted in these narratives. Those sons who come forth from the deities on the central Isle of Light and Life are called the Paradise Sons of God and embrace the following 3 orders.
Mhm.
1. Creator Sons, the Michaels. 2. Magisterial Sons, the Avonals. 3. Trinity Teacher Sons, the Danels. The remaining 4 orders of descending sonship are known as the local universe sons of God. 4. Melchizedek sons. 5. Vorondadek sons. 6. Lenonadic sons. 7. The life carriers. Okay.
That's a lot to take already, isn't it?
Yeah, I just sort of, it's interesting when I'm reading and I have a question come up about something. I just sort of had this, oh, I wonder what the life carriers are. And suddenly I'm just having this, little burst of happiness. It's
Mm-hmm.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
Melchizedek's are the joint offspring of a local universe creator son.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Creative spirit and father Melchizedek. Both Pharondidex and Lenonondex are brought into being by Creator Son and his creative spirit associate. Pharondidex are best known as the Most Highs, the constellation fathers, Lenonondex as system sovereigns and as planetary princes. The threefold order of life carriers is brought into being by a creator son and creative spirit associated with one of the three ancients of days of the super universe of jurisdiction. But the natures and activities of these local universe sons of God
Mm-hmm.
are more properly portrayed in those papers dealing with the affairs of the local creations. The paradise sons of God are of threefold origin. The primary or creator sons are brought into being by the universal Father and the eternal Son. The secondary or magisterial sons are children of the eternal Son and the infinite Spirit. The Trinity teacher sons are the offspring of the Father, Son, and Spirit. From the standpoint of service, worship, and supplication, the paradise sons are as one. Their spirit is one, and their work is identical in quality and completeness.
Has there been any mention of anything feminine up to this point? I can't think of anything. It's just like the masculine stuff, like the
There
course.
has been a mother mentioned somewhere.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, it is very masculine, isn't it?
Yeah, it's sounding a little bit gay at the moment. There's offspring from the father and the son and the
They talk about don't they talk about the eternal son as also being a mother spirit, mother.
yeah, that's good. Yeah, I just
Yeah,
must have
it's never brought into total balance of the two.
Yeah. As the paradise orders of days proved to be divine administrators, so have the orders of paradise sons revealed themselves as divine ministers, creators, servers, bestowers, judges, teachers, and truth revealers. They range the universe of universes from the shores of the eternal isle to the inhabited worlds of time and space, performing manifold services in the central and super universes not disclosed in these narratives. They are variously organized, dependent on the nature and whereabouts of their service, but in a local universe. Both magisterial and teacher sons serve under the direction of the Creator Son, who presides over that domain. The Creator Sons seem to possess a spiritual endowment
Nice, huh?
Yeah. Oh, the Creator Sons seem to possess a spiritual endowment centering in their persons, which they control and which they can bestow, as did your own Creator Son when he poured out his Spirit upon all mortal flesh on Urantia.
Oh my God, I love that.
Oh,
Mm.
it made me think. I just sort of think, well, what's the difference of before and after, you know? And then the thought came into my mind, it's a natural grand division. Anyway, whatever that means. But each Creator Son is endowed with his spiritual drawing power in his own realm. He is personally conscious of every act and emotion of every descending Son of God.
Wow.
Serving in his domain. Here is a divine reflection, a local universe duplication of that absolute spiritual drawing power. Oh, okay. Of the eternal Son. Which enables him to reach out to make and maintain contact with all his paradise sons, no matter where they may be in all the universe of universes.
Well,
The paradise.
I'm getting this for the first time, this descending. It's like when we go into a thickness of some kind. You know, it's a descending thing. It's like sharing of yourself. I like how he said that when he poured out his Spirit upon all mortals' flesh, all mortal flesh of Urantia. That's so epic. Because Jesus is a Creator Son, you know, the Michael.
Mm.
Mm.
Spiritual endowment.
Mm. Mm.
The Paradise Creator Sons serve not only as sons in their descending ministrations of service and bestowal, but when they have completed their bestowal careers, each functions as a universe father in his own creation, while the other sons of God continue the service of bestowal and spiritual uplifting, designed to win the planets one by one to the willing recognition of the loving rule of the Universal Father, culminating in creature consecration to the will of the Paradise Father and in planetary loyalty to the universe sovereignty of his Creator Son. In a sevenfold Creator Son, Creator and creature are forever blended in understanding, sympathetic and merciful association. The entire order of Michael, the Creator Sons, is so unique that the consideration of their natures and activities will be reserved to the next paper in this series. Well, that I look forward to that.
Oh, me too.
While this narrative will be chiefly concerned with the two remaining orders of Paradise Sonship, the Magisterial Sons and the Trinity Teacher Sons.
Wow.
Right. Well,
That's very full.
yeah. Did
How
you want to read?
that, Kimmy?
All right. Yeah. Do you want me to go on?
Yeah.
2, the Ministerial Sons.
Magisterial. Got it.
Ah,
Yay.
Magisterial.
Finally.
Hey,
There you
Kevin.
go.
Woo!
Yay. Every time an original and absolute concept of being formulated by the Eternal Son unites with a new and divine ideal of loving service conceived by the Infinite Spirit, a new and original Son of God, a Paradise Magisterial Son, is produced. These sons constitute the order of Avonals in contradistinction to the order of Michael, the Creator Sons. Though not creators in the personal sense, they are closely associated with the Michaels in all their work. The Avonals are planetary ministers and judges, the magistrates of the time-space realms, of all races, to all worlds, and in all universes. Gosh. We have reasons for believing that the total number of magisterial sons in the grand universe is about 1 billion. They are a self-governing order, being directed by their Supreme Council on Paradise, which is made up of experienced Avonals, drawn from the services of all universes.
Beautiful.
But when assigned to and commissioned in a local universe, they serve under the direction of the Creator's Son of that domain. Avonals are the Paradise Sons of service and bestowal to the individual planets of the local universes. And since each Avonal Son has an exclusive personality, since no two are alike,
Wow.
their work is individually unique in the realms of their sojourn, where they are often incarnated in the likeness of mortal flesh, and sometimes are born of earthly mothers on the evolutionary worlds.
Haha.
Wow.
Oh.
You might be one of them. in making, you know. I think that's where people kind of awaken a little bit and you know become
Well, it makes me wonder
discovered.
about some of these, spiritual masters who sort of
Yeah.
arrive and they seem to know their purpose from the moment they're born.
Mm.
Mm.
And one of those could be someone like the Dalai Lama. I mean, I don't know much about him, but I mean, this, I don't know. It's just it arises, the question arises in my mind about who they would be if we know of any.
Mm. Maybe
Mm.
they are your neighbor.
Mm.
Kim.
I hope the dickhead upstairs isn't one of them.
He's
Anyway.
banging, he's going like, listen to me, look up.
Oh, Jesus, maybe. Oh.
Well, it's that thing, we forgive and suddenly we see many people as holy, huh? And
Mm.
who was it? Like I remember the first time and I came in the session room, Alison, were you in Wisconsin?
Oh, only for the forgiveness week thing that
Oh, okay.
happened.
That was like 200 people in there. Everyone was like, whoa, like it's sitting in this thing.
Mm.
And it was so crazy because I was like, oh my God, everyone's awake. Everyone's awake. But only happened because I could see it. I think it's just that thing of we forgive and then we see something. I mean, that's the real purpose of forgiveness. So there's somewhere in the course it says, I'm looking forward to that chapter, reading it together. It says something about, hang on, forgiveness. What was that line? Oh, something about being an empty gesture. Do you guys remember that line?
No.
Aha. Forgiveness without correction is an empty gesture. When we think we forgive,
Correction of who?
hmm?
Correction of who? Of self.
Yeah, of the self, of
Mm.
course. Without correction. Um, like when you see where you caused it.
Right, right. Yeah. Like Kim was saying
Yeah.
a couple of weeks ago about that you saw that you caused the rift that happened between you and your husband, or I can't remember the
Yeah,
exact
yeah,
nature
yeah.
of what
Yeah,
you
yeah.
said, but you saw your part in it.
Yeah, like he rejected me, but I realised after 40 years or something that
Mm,
I'd already rejected him in my heart, like inside.
mm,
I'd
Mm,
already done that, you know,
yes.
and I was expecting something different.
Yes.
And
And that's the correction that you not only forgiven the person, but you also see your part in it.
yeah, it took me a long time to see my part in it. So
Beautiful.
long.
That's a really good example of that, you know?
Yeah,
yeah.
Where you
yeah,
go, you go to the self-correct. Like for me, we're never upset for the reason we think. Then I go, okay, then show me what is the real cause of the upset.
Yeah.
Then the real cause of upset is revealed, and then I still have to like, how Jesus says in the Course, he says like, and then choose again, choose another way, but you got to choose it. Like like heaven is a decision I must make, right? It's a decision
mm,
I must make. So it's always a choice. Am I going to really truly forgive this or not?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
yeah. And I went through quite a different process of different types of forgiveness that weren't it.
That's it. Yeah, beautiful. That's what I'm trying to say, you know?
Because I had to see that in myself before I could actually forgive. Yeah,
Nice. That's it.
yeah. Otherwise, it was just a phony forgiveness to destroy, I guess they call it.
Yes. Yeah.
And you're
So,
really destroying yourself, aren't you?
yeah.
Mm.
Forgiveness without correction is an empty gesture. Yeah.
It's
Like you can say, oh, it's just another forgiveness opportunity, and then just be complete fool.
yeah.
You know, if you goes like,
But
well,
he also says that no effort made is ever wasted.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah. We get there in the end if we want to.
yeah. I mean, we are just in a kind of like a dense part of the universe where we just lifting ourselves from the density we made.
Yeah.
If I'm not responsible for what I see, then who is? Then I'm a victim of the world I see.
Mm.
I am the master of my soul.
I mean, those lessons, huh, of A Course in Miracles, my goodness. Anyway, shall we go on?
Was I reading? Yes.
You were.
Start, Kim. That's a good place to start. Yeah.
Entering the kingdom of dementia.
Yeah.
Kingdom of Dementia, not Urantia.
There's no path. Ah.
Mm.
The Dementia book. All you have to do is remember.
Jeez.
In addition to their services on the higher administrative levels, the Avernals have a threefold function on the inhabited worlds.
That's what I like.
1. Judicial Actions. They act at the close of the planetary dispensations. In time, scores, hundreds of such missions may be executed on each individual world, and they may go to the same or to other worlds times without number as dispensation terminators, liberators of the sleeping survivors. What the fuck?
The actual, yes.
Sleeping survivors.
Oh.
2. Magisterial missions. A planetary visitation of this type usually occurs prior to the arrival of a bestowal son. On such a mission, an Avernal appears as an adult of the realm by a technique of incarnation not involving mortal birth. Subsequent to this first and usual magisterial visit, Avernals may repeatedly serve in a magisterial capacity on the same planet, both before and after the appearance of the bestowal son. On these additional magisterial missions, an Avernal may or may not appear in material and visible form. But on none of them will he be born into the world as a helpless babe.
Like Jesus was, yeah.
None of them will be born into the world as a helpless babe.
Mm.
Are there any stories in the Bible about people who just appear? I suppose Melchizedek. Oh no, but he's a Melchizedek. No. I'm always curious. Okay, who are these people? Where did they appear in our history?
Yes.
I'd like to know that.
And you
I
go, God,
really would.
now show me.
Maybe
Yeah.
nobody knows. Maybe
Now
nobody
show me.
knows.
Reveal it to me. I am open. I'm no longer fearful, and I want to see things differently. Ask and you shall receive. Like with the soul, you know, Kevin, you know.
Maybe
I think it will be just revealed to you what it is. Isn't it like a similar word to spirit, basically?
What?
Soul.
Well, this is the this is the
Regarding the Course of Miracles, not Urantia, way of
yeah.
looking at things.
Oh, I
But
think
this
soul's the
is where the whole
individual
thing
thing. Yeah.
arose. There was the word spirit and there was the word soul in A Course in Miracles in the original edition,
Mm.
and the word soul was taken out. But I have to think that there has to be a reason for there being two different words.
Mm.
There has to be.
Yeah,
Mm.
Otherwise,
because
you just
soul is an individual thing. And maybe they took it out because it's a
Uh-huh.
bit tricky for people to get if it's all one.
yeah.
Then how can we have
I
an
can't
individual
guess.
soul?
Yeah, because he said talks about
Maybe.
individual souls, yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas spirit is like a Holy Spirit, it's everywhere.
Yeah. It's just the one, isn't it? The one.
The electromagnetic field.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, what do you want to call it, really? Yeah.
Well, the course is sort of dualistic as well, so it could use that term like it's all through the book. It's dualistic, so
Well, it has to be, doesn't it? Because
mm,
we live in a dualistic world, so to
mm,
speak.
He's
But
talking to people who only understand things from a dualistic
yeah,
perspective to
mm.
begin with.
but this is the trick of it, isn't it? There's different levels of it, so it's hard to sometimes know what it's saying in that way because, yeah,
I think my
I,
own example of that split brain thing
it's enough to mess your mind up anyway, isn't it?
probably solves it for me. That that the split brain thing, like someone can have their brain cut in the middle. They can go to the wardrobe and pick two articles of clothing at the same time because the left brain's picking one and the right
Yeah.
brain's picking the other. So it's all
Are
one.
you seeing are you saying left brain is spirit and right brain is soul or something? Is that how you're seeing it? Because I'm not really getting it
No,
otherwise.
just that we it's like it looks like separation because there's two things going on, but it's just all the one. Like it's still the one thing.
Yes.
I'm thinking that's what like we are. That sort of it. They use that the idea of we're just like one big sheet of glass and it's been broken in little
Yeah,
pieces. There's still one piece of glass, really, in reality. We're all part of that piece of glass, but it looks like we're all shattered and split up. So yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay with it. That's even have a look at it in that respect.
I don't see you suffering. It's just it's always a bit of a like with this, like what can you do with all this information? Somewhere it will just
Yeah,
becomes revealed to you. I mean,
yeah. I don't think there's any intellectual. I mean, you can sort of look at it intellectually, but you never get an answer that will truly
No.
fulfill you that way.
that's
I
why
don't think.
that's why I love this thing because when we become one with our will, that's why I call it at one-ment, because once one is become one with the whole self,
yeah,
you
I
see
find,
things differently. You basically like you get these new eyes. You see with something you did not see with before.
but when you say at one minute, I've tried to remember that atonement is undoing. That's what
Undoing,
Jesus is
yes. But
undoing. When I
but
hear you
it can
say at one
undone
minute, that takes that idea of undoing out of my mind. I find it hard to make the connection then of
because what
what he
happens
actually
when
says
you
about
at
it.
one, you are undone.
yes.
You see?
Hmm.
Yeah, but you
Atonement
can't.
to me connotates some sort of guilt or I don't know.
That's only well, yeah.
I, I don't know.
It's
Yeah,
been it's been connected with like punishment
yeah.
That's the thing, yes.
and
Yeah,
stuff
you've
in
got
the
to atone
afterlife, I think.
for your bad deeds. Yeah, like,
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah,
But that's man's addition to the idea.
Hmm.
Yeah. But I get what you mean, Cole. It's just
Yeah,
I find it takes that meaning of undoing out of it for me, and I found that I was quite distracted by your
I
continued
know,
use
I
of it.
know. It's annoying.
But it actually says at one-ment. The word is at one-ment.
Yeah.
It's just a different way of pronouncing it.
Yeah.
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 I think there's a danger in there
me,
if people don't understand
let me
atonement
put it this
as
way.
undoing.
For years and years, when I read atonement, it was like a blank in my mind. I'm going, what the actual fuck does that mean? Right?
Mm.
Then when the atonement happened, that word got explained by experience. Was no longer me going like, I wonder what that is.
Mm.
Can you see that?
Mm.
And
As
it
soon as
actually
I
happened.
heard,
Just give me a sec. And when we've been translating the Course of Love, and we've also been translating Course in Miracles into Slovak, which is different to the Czech version. Yeah.
Mm.
When I looked up the translation of it, it was so hard to grasp. Like it was taking it. It's almost like revealed to me how complex that is. It's almost like it shows you something you can't comprehend. But as soon as I start using that word at one-ment, yeah, like I become one with the whole self, it's just sunk in like that. Boom. Yeah. So it's okay. You know, I was suffering the same for a long time, maybe 27 years or so. It was like I heard that word and I went like, well, I don't know where to place that. Then
well, I
Course of
suppose
Love
for
came,
me,
something happened, and then I go, oh,
well, I
it's
was
when,
wondering what it means. And Teddy said something about one day on one of his, one of the groups, he said something about atonement is undoing. That's what
yeah,
Jesus says in the
yeah,
Course.
yeah, he does.
Atonement is undoing. And then I understood, but I do sort of feel, Cole, like there's a danger, not a danger, but there's a possibility of, of people who don't understand it as undoing, as having a sentimental idea of, and we're all just going to be one.
But you
Like,
don't have to worry about
you
other
have to,
people.
I
I
think
mean,
it's
about
important to actually understand what it means rather than just, oh, yeah, well, we're all going to be one.
Yeah, I mean, of
But,
course, says
like,
it is
that's the end
undoing,
result.
but it is undoing. It's almost like there is no answer, but we have an experience which answers it.
Yeah,
You know?
true.
Yes,
But I do see a danger of that sentimental idea of all being one, just sort of popping in and actually turning
yeah.
into a block to
That's
allowing the process of it.
that's what most of the course teachers suffers, that syndrome of like, well, it's all one anyway. And yet
Yeah.
they're looking at someone else as someone else and talking about oneness until you have this experience of total unity.
Well, I've had an experience of unity, but for me, it's still I still feel like
Yeah.
I'm very grateful for the understanding of atonement as undoing. Otherwise, I would have been one of those people who was, oh, it's all one. It's a form of denial.
Mm.
It can be a form of denial. So to
But
have the understanding of how you actually get there is really important.
yeah, but
well,
that's just an
I'm not saying
idea
you're
that
wrong,
there
but
is someone.
that's what goes on in me
Yeah, yeah,
when you do
yeah.
that.
But then there is this idea that someone is fixing someone else. Like when you see the truth, you can't settle.
mm,
People will be confused.
yeah, so what?
So what?
Yeah.
That's their thing. They need their confusion in order to like, you
You just
were
got to worry about
confused
your
and
own.
one day you had a revelation, but it was out of that confusion that you go on your knees and go, okay, well then freaking tell me the truth. Show me, reveal me the truth. So we no longer need to argue. I mean, like we're not arguing really.
Yeah. But
And
No, we're
isn't
not.
I
that why?
totally listen, and I totally get it. Like you can say that, but when I see that word, I have an experience immediately of this oneness within. When the will and the spirit within at once, a mind begins to think differently.
That's because you've been through the process,
Yes.
Cole.
But
And
isn't it why they
that's
change?
for me where I think it's important if people are coming into the process, it can be confusing. That's
But you
that's
can't
on my
speak.
view
You
of it.
can't speak for other people. How can you speak for other people? You don't know what their experience of it is.
I
You
do
can't
know that
decide. Oh, it's
if you
going to be too
present something in a
confusing for
particular
them.
way,
You can't
I do
say
think
that.
that it depends on how you present stuff. It can be presented
But
in a confusing
that's why
way
they
or in a clear way.
but that's why they changed the course in the first place because they decided, oh, this word might confuse other people. We'll take it
Yeah.
out.
Oh, that's
We-
true. Yeah, that's
Bullshit.
true.
It's bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. It
It's
was
total
someone's
bullshit.
limitation placed upon the crowds and actually confused them.
And even words that
Yeah, yeah, true.
Helen didn't like, they changed it because she didn't like it so much.
Same as this is what I keep saying. One of the problems with the Course in Miracles was the first teachers who actually never undergone the workbook yet, haven't gone through a transformation and decided they're going to become teachers. And what they did, they used the traditional way of interpreting what they think Course is saying. There's thousands of books that are completely confusing.
Yeah,
Everyone's little take on what the course is. It's not. The course supposed to take you, you know? Don't
yeah.
feel and don't, the course, you see, if you don't read a sentence and you go, oh my God, like when you say what is it? When you say eternal son, right? Something happens to you.
Mm.
Something like that happens to me with every sentence in Course in Miracles. Yeah. I read a sentence and I go, whoa, like this sense of invisibility and complete abstraction. Like the healthy mind is completely abstract. It does not think in these images that we live in. Yeah, that's just the density that's available around here. But one can remember that we're not just these dense little things that are going to die. Anyway, this is a nice discussion we're having, hey?
Mm-hmm. It's,
Okay.
yeah.
Kyle, I've got a
You
question.
can't.
When you're translating, what are you translating? The FIP or the Sparkly?
When we were translating, we were doing Sparkly. I was translating the first 8 from the Sparkly. The rest is pretty much the same.
The first 8.
First 8 chapters.
Oh.
But also translating Course of Love now into Slovakian.
Mm.
It's a journey of you can so clearly see some of the words become so simple, so self-explanatory if they're taken as at even in Slovakian at one man it also becomes like it becomes one, it's taking wholeness. It's
Is there a
unifying.
word? Is there a word in the language that is used the same way, say in other texts for atonement?
Yeah, it's somewhere in Bible, I think.
Okay. Yeah, it's a difficult one because the
It's
Bible has
very
also
difficult.
interfered so
It's
much
so
with.
difficult, and many times we just sit and go, Jesus, how do you want this to be translated?
Yeah.
And then suddenly we come up with words that are so simple and have the complexity taken out of them somehow.
Yeah. I need to say something.
Yeah.
Kim, I felt a bit shut down by you.
Okay, that's fine.
And I do want to say one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
That for me personally, if I had come across people saying at one mint all the time, it would have actually slowed me down. That I think
Yeah,
it
that's
would have,
good.
I would have had that reaction. I would have had that reaction. So I'm speaking for me. I would have had that
Yeah,
reaction.
yeah,
That
that's
it
what
would
I
have
mean.
been
Like
a
it's for
sentimental
you.
idea in my mind. Yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah.
you can't then say, well, this might happen for everyone
Well, I
else. You
can
can't
see
do that.
it happened for me.
Yeah,
It would
that's
have
it.
happened
That's
to
what
me that way.
that's
And
yeah.
therefore, it seems like it seems like it could naturally go to, yeah, it could possibly happen for other people too in that way.
Oh,
So
yeah,
anyway, that's what I'm saying.
it could, but you can only speak for yourself, really.
Yeah. Well, like, we had the
Yeah,
Holy
that's
Spirit
true.
idea, never worked for me.
Yeah, it's what works for you.
And then come this book and talks about the thought adjuster. And I'm going like, wow, that makes sense to me. Then
Is that
now
the
I can,
same?
then
Do
I
you
had this
see that as the
experience.
equivalent?
Wait a second. Then I had an experience, and then suddenly Holy Spirit was just fine because the spirit of wholeness, it's translated in me. Yeah. As a unifying
Yeah.
principle that unifies, that at once, unifies, become one. I mean, when you drop in, Alison, into this place, I become so one with you. I recognize, how the Course says, when two souls recognize their oneness and they become glad. Yeah. So every time you take, anyone in his room, Kim, whoever, when you have these moments, which we do, I feel that unity. I feel I become one with you in that moment more than when we're just having a discussion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it takes out the perceptual world out of this density, which is just slightly limited, into this great, greatness, really, the unifying field in which we are one. But it's not like one, like the bodies merge. We unify as we're already there. We just remember our unity with each other. Yeah, which is very hard to put to words anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
I
yeah,
like
when
that.
you have a separate view, that's gone.
Yes,
That's gone, isn't it? It wasn't there between Alison and I because, Alison was thinking this way and I was thinking another way, and there was no unity. And that's okay too. Like, that's just as valid, really.
Mm.
I get triggered when someone decides for me, how something should be. I hate
Yeah,
that.
and that's fair enough what you said about, that's what Ken did when he took the word soul out, and it really
Well, I
made
don't
me
know if it is,
realize
but
when, well, I
I don't
think
know.
it is, he said.
Yeah.
That's to avoid confusion. Well, come on.
Well, it's not up to him to decide who might get confused or not, is it? To me,
No.
that's like arrogance. I
And
don't know. I don't like
there's
that.
nothing in there that says this word should be pronounced in a particular way.
That's right. Yeah. So,
Yes.
yeah, like we all have our little quirks like that.
Yeah.
It's okay too. I don't know. It's just interesting that we're all so different.
Yes.
Yeah, we haven't done much of a discussion about what's in the URANTIA book this morning, have we? It's all been about A Course
That's
in
all right.
Miracles.
It's been our curriculum for a long time, and
we know the
Yeah.
course.
yes.
Yeah.
Then we can
I'm
argue
really
about
glad
it.
to be doing it again. I'm really glad because I don't know that I would have gone back to it otherwise
Mm.
without the group.
Oh, right. Yeah. And it's a totally different thing doing it with the group than on your own as well.
Mm.
It is, yeah.
But, yeah.
I still would like to slow it down when we do it. There's something about that when we drop into this, even here, there's such a difference when towards the end of a session where I feel we naturally taken into this more mushy kind of slower where all of this has time to integrate a little bit more into the vibrational, not just the mental.
I just find with all this technical stuff, I just want to read that quickly and get on to more things that are more closer to where I'm at, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like we take an inventory. There's 3 screws in this box, and there's 10 screws over here, and there's the nails over there. Who cares?
Yeah.
What they're used for.
Yeah. But it gets closer to and closer to It starts off at the very extreme, the furthest away points, and it's coming closer gradually.
But when we read this book second time, it will be all much easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of faith in that one, Cole.
Say it again?
There's a lot of faith in that statement.
Yeah.
When we read it again.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be there, I
I
think.
was listening in my car yesterday just to the forward. And every time I listen to it, it just blows my mind. I go like, oh my God. I can really, because forward for me, at some point, I could not follow. But, the more it integrates, and even after this reading, I'm going like, oh, it reads differently. All right, shall we do a bit more? Are you guys done?
Yeah.
Shall I'll finish off
Yeah,
the bit? Yeah. So we're up to 3 bestowal missions.
Mm-hmm.
The Avernal Sons do all, at least once, bestow themselves upon some mortal race on some evolutionary world.
Yes.
Judicial visits are numerous. Magisterial missions may be plural, but on each planet there appears but one bestowal son. Bestowal Avernals are born of woman, as Michael of Nebadon was incarnated on Urantia.
No.
Okay. There is no limit to the number of times the Avernal Sons may serve on magisterial and on bestowal missions, but usually when the experience has been 7 times traversed, there is suspension in favour of those who have had less of such service. These sons of multiple bestowal experience are then assigned to the high personal council of a creator son, thus becoming participants in the administration of universe affairs. They must have the experience, you see.
That's it. Yes. Yes. Experience is the key.
In all their work for and on the inhabited worlds, the Magisterial Sons are assisted by 2 orders of local universe creatures, the Melchizedeks and the Archangels. While on bestowal missions, they are also accompanied by the brilliant evening stars. Oh my God. Likewise of origin in the local creations. In every planetary effort, the secondary paradise sons, the Avernals, are supported by the full power and authority of a primary paradise son, the creator son of their local universe of service. To all intents and purposes, their work on the inhabited spheres is just as effective and acceptable as would have been the service of a creator son upon such worlds of mortal habitation. The brilliant evening stars. That's interesting.
There's one sitting right next to you, Kim. You know how Jesus says, imagine me holding your hand if you're going through this, and I guarantee you that this is not a fantasy of some kind,
Idle fantasy.
Yeah, and it's not an idle fantasy. I mean, how tangible. Or how in A Course of Love, in a chapter 20, he goes into this embrace, right? Where he goes, feel my embrace, feel me holding you against, feel your chest against mine, like it's a real thing. So I think there are many beings all around us which we just can't see, but we can definitely, if we develop that feeling sensations and, that they become tangible, like you begin to see them with your feeling realm or with your heart. Heart has eyes not like these. What are you giggling at, Kevin?
Well, I just said I'll start changing my behaviour if people are watching
Yeah,
me.
exactly.
Too late. They've seen you, Kev.
They've seen you, they know all about you. They know every little thing you do and don't do.
I've got all the video cameras working at the same time.
Yeah, the big brother's watching you and loving you to bits. Just like they say in Urantia, the angels are feelingly there for you and care for you thoroughly.
It's funny, when I was working, I used to try to treat the people at work like as if, like, because I was there on my own with the clients and stuff, treat them like I had the cameras on all the time, recording everything, what I was saying and doing. So I thought that would help me be a better person or something. Didn't. But, it was like, it's an interesting way to do stuff. That you're being watched. Everyone, it's all like it's all being videoed. It could go on the internet. Whatever you're doing could be out there on the internet. So how you behave in the world, what you do, is
It's
always.
called your own conscience, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, that was a way of me. Yeah, trying to be more conscious of that. Yeah, that stuff.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right, sweethearts, shall we say goodbye for now, or you want to dive into the next one? How is this is a short one.
Yeah.
I don't mind if you want to do another read, another.
Yeah, I can hang in.
Maybe one more. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I can share that with Kevin. We read half each.
Yeah. All right. We'll see how you go.
All right. The number 3, judicial, is it?
Yep.
Yes.
The Avonals are known as Magisterial Sons because they are the high magistrates of the realm. Okay, feel that.
Realms.
Realms,
Realms.
yes. Realms. Many, many. And adjudicators of the successive dispensations of the worlds of time. It's where we live. They preside over the awakening of the sleeping survivors, sit in the judgment of the realm, bring to an end a dispensation of suspended justice, execute the mandates of an age of probationary mercy, reassign the space creatures of planetary ministry to the task of a new dispensation, and return to the headquarters of the local universe upon the completion of their mission. See, we are being blessed over and over and over. When they sit in judgment of the destinies of an age, the Avalons decree the fate of the evolutionary races. but though they may render judgment extinguishing the identity of personal creatures, they do not execute such sentences. Verdicts of this nature are executed by none but the authorities of a super universe. Imagine that.
They may render judgments extinguishing the identity of personal creatures. Wow.
What does that mean?
Who knows? I don't
Maybe
know.
it wipes out their memory.
Gives them dementia.
Yeah. Maybe that's what
I
dementia's
don't
all about, hey?
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, maybe it's just you become so in the now that you can't remember anything from the past. Maybe it's a good thing. Except my mom just kept always asking me, so like, you got my bank book? That was my mom's. She would never forget that one.
Yeah.
Verdicts of this nature are executed by none but the authorities of superuniverse.
The arrival of a paradise Avalon.
Avonal.
Avonal. Yeah, Avonal, sorry. On an evolutionary world for the purpose of terminating a dispensation of inaugurating Jesus, huh? A new era of planet.
Isn't it
Oh, actually, yeah, it's actually inaugurating.
Yeah, inaugurating.
Inaugurating a new era of planetary progression is not necessarily either a magisterial mission or a bestowal mission. Magisterial missions sometimes, and bestowal missions always, are incarnations. That is, on such assignments, the Avalon serves on a planet of material form literally. Their other visits are technical, and in this capacity, an Avalon is not incarnated for planetary service. If a magisterial son comes solely as a dispensation adjudicator, he arrives on a planet as a spiritual being, invisible to the material creatures of the realm. Such technical visitors occur repeatedly in the long history of an inhabited world. Wow, I love this stuff. Avalon Sons.
Avonal Sons.
Avonal, thank you. Gosh, I'm so grateful for you guys teaching me some pronunciation here. Avonal Sons may act as planetary judges prior to the birth of the magisterial and bestowal experiences. On either of these missions, however, the incarnated son will judge the passing planetary age. Likewise does a creator son, when incarnated on a mission of bestowal in the likeness of mortal flesh. That was Jesus, right? And a paradise son visits an evolutionary world, and becomes like one of its people. This presence terminates a dispensation and continues a judgment constitute a judgment of the realm. Wow, that's a mouthful. Mm. Definitely broadens our point of view.
I wonder
A few
what's
pages ago.
I wonder what's going on. You know, when we read this stuff, when anyone reads, and we put in different words and say other words that aren't there. What's
Mhm.
going on in someone's mind that does that? I wonder if we sort of, I don't know what I'm saying, but there's
Mhm.
something weird about it. Like it's the words are just so obvious. They're looking at right at you, and yet
Is
the
there
odds
something else?
becomes these and all sorts of things different, and it's I find it really weird. And,
Mm.
Yeah, it is weird, isn't it?
it's so strange. And I do it myself. I mean, when one of the other groups, I remember I said the wrong thing like 3 times, even though I was corrected each time. And I thought, we need to change the book, you know? It's something.
I mean, I know that sometimes I've read a word, something like it says appropriate, and I'd read it as inappropriate, and then I realize, oh, hang on, I've just read that wrong. But why did I put that in there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't worry about it too much. I just wish someone corrected me when I read alone.
Yeah, that's a good one, Alison, because that's
But
what
it's
that
also
change
some,
so
yeah,
you
it could be some kind of
opposite.
pressure as well.
Hmm. But yeah, when you do the one like inappropriate or appropriate, that sort of it's the opposite meaning.
Mm.
Oh
The
yeah.
opposite meaning, yeah. And we do that happens a
I
lot.
just sort of think it's a trick of the ego a little bit. Just
Mm.
just an old thing, but
Like when you
I
do,
normally pick myself up on it.
how many times people tell me the lesson of A Course in Miracles? I said that's incorrect. Because we like to change it.
Mm.
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 We don't want it to be what it is.
Yes, that's it.
My stepdaughter took up Course in Miracles, and I said, make sure you just write the lesson somewhere that you actually see exactly as it is when you applying it.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. Last Saturday, not the Saturdays week before, my son was there when we were reading the lesson 46, and it says God does not forgive because God never condemns. My son goes, "Well, that's really good." Yeah, that made my
Yeah.
day. And a 16-year-old says, "Well, that's really good." Like I could see it shifted his perspective
Yeah.
Mm.
because he used to read Bible. I don't know if he's still reading it, but I don't think he is. Mm. All right, darlings. Shall we leave it at that?
Maybe we should read the Bible, one of these groups.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we could.
Hmm. Oh, I don't know if we do that.
Mm.
Look at the Bible. Um, mm,
Well, this is the new Bible.
Well, one good thing about the URANTIA book is there only seems to be one version of it, whereas if you're going to do a Bible reading group, you'd have to have the same version, or there's
That
going to
is
be
so good,
all
isn't it?
kinds of discussions. I like
There's so many different
the one
ones,
from
huh?
the Aramaic, the one that was translated direct from the Aramaic was quite good, but I think it's only New Testament.
Mm. Yeah, that's same with the Course in Miracles. Like all these changes that occurred. That's why I love Course of Love, because we know it's not being tempered with.
Yeah. I mean, I had one version of A Course in Miracles that there are all these notes on the bottom, and the guy who put it together was saying, "Oh, I think this is probably such and such," and I know for a fact that it wasn't that because
Yeah.
I know the history. I'm not like, but then people are going to be taking him as an expert and his word as truth
Yeah.
instead of really going into, okay, what's the real reason that was there? So it can be a bit confusing.
Well, I watch a lot of videos of people having talks about this, and the amount of point of views that are, we also,
Yeah.
it's like, what do you do with all these things,
It's hard enough when there's only one book. Everyone got the different points of view. It's like
Yes.
Oh, that's
too many
right.
books. So I don't know.
Well, I really like that one that's translated from the Aramaic just because I mean, even then, there's so many Aramaic words like that have multiple meanings. So even translated from the Aramaic, there's going to be different
Yeah.
opinions about it.
Yeah. I can see
But
it when we are translating what, like, we often don't have we don't have, there's what was that word? We just can't, like, wholehearted. We actually, we actually have to put it into a completely different kind of word. We're like, when we say wholehearted in Slovakian, it just sounds weird.
right.
Wholeheartedness, but wholeheartedness. It's just, when you say it, it just sounds like three wrong words together.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, we're translating and we're still going like, wow, would there be another word? Can we find another word? And also, remembering is very difficult. Remember, is it? Not remembering, or memory. Memory is a very hard to. Is it memory? One of the words like that is just so difficult to actually. In English, makes perfect sense, and when we put it like that into Slovak, phew,
Maybe you have to make up your own words like we do, like they have in the URANTIA book. Like they have made up words and we do understand what they mean,
yeah,
You do.
more or less.
yeah. Well, anyway, so amazing we have that book in the language. I mean, we
Yeah.
have the Czech version.
Yeah, it must be a mammoth task to do the
It's massive.
translating.
We're just about halfway with the Slovak version.
Yeah, because you might get another different person who translates it quite differently.
Totally. I mean,
You know,
that's what happened. I said to the publishers, like, if the person translating needs some help, I'll be happy to jump in. And thank God she did, because the way it was translated was just, you know, you can't, you can't,
Yeah.
yeah.
I imagine it's you have to translate it through the experience of having gone through it,
Yeah,
what he's suggesting. Otherwise it would be quite dry.
yeah, yeah. Then a translator kind of almost feels like it has to be interpreted in some way. And suddenly there were sentences that would say, like, people did this, and it's like, hey, there is no people mentioned here. You can't put it that way.
Right.
yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because even channeled stuff, it's still got to go through that person's
Yeah,
being,
but
whatever it is. Yeah.
but there is a Czech translation of URANTIA book, and that is incredible.
Right.
So well translated. Like
Did it originally came in English, did it? In the English version?
well, Urantia.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's in English.
American. Yeah.
Oh, how do you
That was
translate those made-up words in the URANTIA book into another language?
They
probably the same
they
thing.
use that they use, you know, in Slovak, in Czech and Slovak, we use lots of words from English. We just pronounce them slightly differently.
Yeah, so you leave it sort of the same then if it's a new word like that. You leave it.
Yeah.
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 Right.
There's no real pure language, is there? Because even a lot of English words derive from some other
Yeah.
Latin or whatever,
I,
you
Yeah.
know. So
I
So
just
this,
if,
want
let's say
cross.
Avonal son would be Avalonial son. You know, it would have slightly different ending to it. Because in our endings, we also have this masculine feminine thing, which is the
Yeah.
hardest bit. That's why
Oh,
actually we had to translate the Horror, Chorus, and Miracles as you in plural, as we, rather than I in some way. Because otherwise, it immediately goes into some of the words would come as feminine or masculine, which is not.
oh.
Yeah, very complicated, that whole idea.
You like French, has the masculine and feminine.
Yeah. Course of Miracles is
what,
done
what are,
in that one. That's why it's all in the masculine, because it
how do the
helps us with
non-binary?
this. It helped with the translations.
Oh, how do the non-binary or whatever you want to call them people go with that? Be a bit of a
Yeah,
problem, wouldn't
that's
it?
another dimension again, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Ah,
that's a whole different realm, isn't it?
Yeah.
yeah.
That just makes my mind stop.
Doesn't it?
There you go. Huh? Like what?
Yeah, it'd be much easier just to be by thought. Hey, all these words confuse everything.
Yeah.
Has it something to do with the story of the Tower of Babel, all the different languages? I don't know. So,
I don't know anything about the Tower of Babel.
something to do with introducing all these different languages into human beings. Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, I
To
love it.
create.
That's what I love about Urantia also, that it's got such a beautiful, just the way it is written. Even Sykes often can't pronounce those words, but it's just
There
music
might,
to me.
there might be something in here about language, yeah? Is there a paper on languages?
Yeah, yeah,
Might be.
Yeah,
yeah, must be. I
could
think it's
well
a
be.
paper 44. It has all these different, talks about art and music and structures and um,
Yeah, you
they
think it
even
would have
say that
something.
the evolutionary worlds are created by, you know, they're virtually made in a way.
There's some interesting papers, that's for sure.
Yeah,
The
I'm really
default
looking forward to that
of Adam and
41.
Eve, the second garden. Yeah, that will be more like it. I get through all this administrative crap. Yeah. Oh,
I wish they elaborated way more on these schools of feeling, because they mention it that on our next stopover there will be schools of thought and schools of feeling, and the schools of thought are so many, but school of feeling there aren't that many schools of this emotional intelligence, which is just so necessary to be involved in the understanding of the deeper way of, feeling the love rather than imagine it or talking about it. I think that made all the difference, really.
Mm-hmm.
Kim, I've got a scarf here. It looks like your hat. It looks different colour on the screen, but it's like in here, it looks the same colour as your hat, and it's like the same.
Oh, yeah, mine's got pink. I don't know. Similar, yeah. Similar. Ah, yeah.
All right, darlings.
The ghost cults is one chapter. Fetishes, charms, and magic.
Oh my God, do you know what? That's so fascinating.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be interesting.
Oh,
How far away?
that is such a beautiful stuff.
How far away is that one, Kim?
90,
Part 3, the history of Urantia.
well, paper 90 something, isn't it? 89.
Paper. Doesn't say in the it's got the list of all the chapters. It doesn't actually say the papers.
Really?
Oh, the title of the paper, the titles. It's called, the history of Urantia is the title. Just says part 3 in the
Yeah, it's somewhere around 80,
in the
90.
index.
It
Yeah.
carries on of quite a few papers where they go into further detail about it and how different.
And it's got and it's got one called Sin, Sacrifice, and Atonement. Alison. So that would be interesting. Yeah.
And there's one here, paper 78, the violet race after the days of Adam, makes me think of, right, yourself, well, the violet race.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Oh, there are so many. There were so many different races. There were blue races, the blue, we had some of the colors have disappeared. Like blue people are gone and
Well, Krishna was blue, wasn't he?
Yeah.
At least on the physical form, anyway. I don't know.
I've seen Africans, I think they were Africans, who were so dark that they actually had a blue tinge.
Oh, yeah.
It's,
Almost seemed.
It's like black hair has that blue tinge in it in the sun. Yeah.
I've never seen that.
on a YouTube,
Blue, black.
there are some really beautiful blue races, URANTIA. They use AI to kind of, there was a green race. I'll send one link and then it will show you more if you slide on it. I'll drop it on our thing.
I couldn't see anything about language in there.
No, I can't see it.
Anything what?
About language.
I think there is plenty. I just don't know where.
Yeah, who knows?
Are you going to drop it in the group chat? Great.
Origin of Urantia.
Yeah. All right, beloved. It's nice to hang out. No one wants to go.
No one wants to go. Your boy's not there today, Paul?
What's that?
Your boy's not there today?
No.
Your son?
No.
Yeah.
We have a week off. Week on.
Okay.
He usually comes. He comes for guitar lesson or a bit of jamming. Lately we jam a lot. He went into classical guitar and it was so beautiful. And then one day he said, I think I just want to play something else now, and it just completely dropped it.
It's the best way to get your technique right, though. Classical.
Well, depends. Like rock technique is completely different.
Yeah.
So,
But if you, yeah.
so at the moment we're into jamming, and he's into like last week he was learning Indian and Arabic scales,
Wow. Wow.
and then we tune guitar differently, and it comes out this, and then we jam on it, and we use those chords that are more Indian, which usually
That's
use
amazing.
like more strings of the same note, like we tune E to D, and there is already a D, and we tune two E's into D, so it's just three D's going on in a chord.
Yeah, because they have demitones. We only have semitones.
Yeah, and
That's why it sounds so weird.
yeah, I like how he goes from different styles to different styles. We were doing some of the
Yeah.
gypsy music, there's French kind of gypsy manouche, they call manouche.
Yeah.
And
He'll be, that's fantastic. He's doing it so young. He'll have that for life if he wants it.
I
That
he
ability to
knows
play.
he knows how to do classical like perfectly. Like it
Yeah.
blew me away. He learned, like we decided to learn a piece, and he learned it faster than me.
Mm. My
So
dad taught himself saxophone. He had a few lessons, but basically taught himself. And by the time he was 15, he was playing cafes.
mhm,
And yeah, and that never left him. He just, yeah, he
mhm.
was very highly respected all his life for it.
Yeah, it's really beautiful music. I took up the school orchestra. He's one of the teachers overseas, so it's been so beautiful to just hanging out with, year six. It's so good. The violin department is doing so great, and I wrote a few pieces for guitar, and I put them into the orchestral, made an orchestral score of it, and it's just so amazing to hear stuff like suddenly played by different instruments.
Mm.
It's been really nice.
Yeah. You're a brave man, Cole, doing an orchestra.
Yeah,
Uh,
no, it's been very beautiful.
it's
And
good.
then some
It's
of
one
our
thing Steiner really do well, isn't it? It's the music and the art. They do that
And we
really
as
well.
such always had
Yeah.
a really good music department. Like sometimes, sometimes um, we would meet during the break, like the teachers, and go, "Hey guys, let's play this Vivaldi," and we're just like amazing. Actually, I'll send you one of the Vivaldis we did.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I was like, "What?"
Wow.
Actually, why
Beautiful.
don't I? Should I play it to you?
Yeah. Send it too so I can listen again.
Hang on, let me see if I can put it here. That was just us jamming, seriously, and you will go, "What?" It's and I recorded it with an iPhone, so it's just like um, um, where is that?
Be back in a minute.
Um, okay, I'll send it to my computer, and then I can play it. You guys want to hear it? You happy to?
Yeah, sure.
Because I was practicing a Vivaldi concerto, which I was playing with an orchestra,
Mm.
local chamber orchestra. And I said, "Hey guys, I need to have a go at it. Would you just play the part?" And it just came out so good. Let me see if I can do this. Share, advanced, computer audio. Enter your password to allow this. That's new. Let me see if you can hear it. Here we go. Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. Let me just set up this computer sound stereo high fidelity. Good. Here we go.
How many people playing, Cole? Just out of interest.
That's just violin, viola, and cello, and a guitar.
4.
Oh.
That's fantastic. Wow,
Yeah,
that's
that was good.
fantastic, Cole.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
that was like we played it once and then we recorded it. So these guys, they can just open up the music anywhere and just play like that. It's crazy.
Amazing.
So we had
Yes.
this, always had a really good music department in that school, like amazing.
You guys could play at weddings.
Yeah, we could just, it was incredible. Sometimes during the break, you imagine you teaching all day and then comes lunch and we just get together and jam together. So like more music.
Yeah. That's amazing. Wow.
Yeah. No, it's been the most amazing job I've ever had because it never felt like I was working. It felt like just having fun at school with kids playing quartets and
Yeah.
Amazing. Are you still teaching at the school?
yeah, I went back to teaching again. I teach 2 days. Actually had to make more money, you know. Just had to, everything's so expensive and I had to go like, geez, I have to go and earn money again.
At least it's something you love doing.
Yeah.
Mm.
I should be able to get a pension. I just can't be bothered.
Okay.
Anyway,
Well, it's
lovely,
lovely to see
guys.
you guys.
So lovely
You
to
put that
see
in
you.
the group as well, that piece.
Okay. All right. I will.
That'll be all right.
Mm.
See you guys. See you Thursday.
Okay, see you all.
Ciao.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Right.